Oh, you're not really gonna like this. Something you need to do is to have an absolutely cast iron frame. Frame is your view of reality. It's how you see the world, right? It's how you view yourself. Or the situation with the person or people that you happen to be with. If you happen to have a weak frame, you're not going to attract many women. Okay, so let's say you're in front of a woman and you're scared to lose her, right? That means your frame is weak. If you're scared to lose her, if you're more scared to lose her than she is of losing you, weak frame, she's not interested, duh. Why? Because women are attracted to men who are strong, men who are powerful, men who radiate some kind of like animalistic magnetism and power, and dare I say it, a subtle air of danger. That's something that women are attracted to. That comes or reflects itself, it shows itself in a strong frame. But you probably know this anyway. You probably know that if you approach her and she insults you and she gives you what's known as a shit test, which she doesn't even realize that she's doing, what do? You act like it didn't bother you at all and you let it roll off your back like water from a duck. Yeah, you know all of this anyway, you do. But how do you actually build a strong frame so that you are not faking it, actually being yourself? You can't cheat your way to a strong frame. You have to actually earn it. Well, you're not really gonna like this. Because if you're like most men, you're on this channel hoping that you can get like quick tips that will make it easy, but there are no quick tips really. I mean, there are. If you just want to like get a girl into bed and then have her quickly realize that you're not the guy that she took into her bed and then lose interest, then yeah, cool. Like just use various tips. But if you want like long lasting attraction, there are no shortcuts. So how do you build a strong frame? You have to consistently do hard things. Effectively, I would phrase it like this. This is how I would phrase it like this. The strength of your frame is dependent on your estimation of your relative value to other men. That is what I would say. Pretty much. So if you look in the mirror and you go, you know what, yeah, I do sick shit, you're gonna have a strong frame. If you look in the mirror and you go, you know what, yeah, I do bitch shit, you're gonna have a weak frame. So for it, let me give you an example. I'm doing two things right now that I know most men can't do. Number one, I haven't ejaculated in 17 days. This is either day 17 or day 18. I have not ejaculated at all. I know, right? Dating coach. And the thing is this, is it easy? Nah. It's not. Like even as I'm talking right now, I feel energy coursing through my body. Now, I'm doing something called semen retention, and I'll do another video about that because I feel really strong and really powerful as a result of doing this, but that's not the point. Point is this, I've retained my semen for like 17, 18 days. And I know 99% of you could never dream of making it this long. I literally know. I know. And that makes me feel like, yeah, right? Here's another thing. I'm actually in the middle of a water fast right now, okay? So it is currently, what time is it for me? It's 5 p.m. I haven't eaten since about 9 p.m. yesterday. I'm doing a 24-hour water fast. I've gone like 19 hours without food. Now, I'm not just doing it for nothing. I'm doing it for health reasons, right? But the fact still remains. I've been out today doing stuff, living my life, and I've been hungry. And as I'm out today doing stuff, living my life, and I'm hungry, the thought comes into my mind of, who else does this? Who else? I'm going to go to the gym after this, fasted, without having eaten for, at the time, I guess it will be 20 hours. Who the hell does this? You got to push yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to fast and whatever, but do it. But you have to push yourself. You have to push yourself out of your limits as well. Maybe you start meditating. Maybe you write that book that you've always been scared of writing. Maybe you take up the hobby you've always been scared of taking up. Maybe you start dancing. Maybe you go out and build a social circle, but you got to do something. You have to, because the thing is this, you deep down cannot fool yourself. You can't, but what do I mean? What I mean is this. Let's say I meet you in the street, right? And then you put it on and you go, yeah, you're right, Kieran, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Kieran, you're right. Yeah, man, I'm just cool, man. Yeah, you're right. And I look at you and I go, whoa, man. He's amazing, man. Whoa, man. And I do all of that. you know deep down that you are full of crap. Given enough time, that guilt will rise and it will bubble and it will fester and it will swell within you and it will rob you of your confidence. And if I were a woman, I would start to lose interest in you. Your frame is everything and you can't fake it. So basically, you just got to become a better man. You have to get over the crap that you know that you have. So like, for instance, let's say you secretly steal money from people. You do, right? You're a thief and you steal money. If that gets you down and you feel bad about the fact that you steal money, you got to stop stealing that money. You got to. I'll give you a little example. I had a friend, right? A guy I'm friends with. And he had a program basically for coaches years ago, right? Years and years ago. He had this like program for coaches to help them to like make more money online. I signed up for the program and I was taking it. One day I went to pay him. I had to pay him in installments. And I went to pay and like I paid. But then like a week later or so, the payment rejected and the money bounced back into my account. At the time, I didn't have that much money. So even though I tried to pay him, I did. When the money bounced back into my account and rejected, I took it because I kind of needed the cash at the time. But the truth is that I felt guilty about that ever since. Like, I just felt guilty. Even though I got away with it, even though he didn't know, I knew that I did it and it was on my mind every time I saw him. And then eventually I just told him and I paid him the money again. But that's kind of what it's like. You have to basically have a really good reputation with yourself. Your reputation with yourself is everything. That's what the woman is feeling when she's in front of you. So if you've got a poor reputation with yourself, then you're not going to have a very strong frame. So you got to do hard things. You have to get over your own crap, whether or not that's insecurities that you have or flaws that you have that you know that you have. For instance, right, like a lot of guys say, do looks matter? And to a degree, yes, but mainly no. But the thing is this, if you believe that looks matter, right, what matters is this. If you believe looks matter and you have a terrible body, well, you're gonna have a weak frame because you'll be stood in front of a woman and you'll be like trying to be like doing all of this, but deep down you know that you can't do it because you've got a terrible body. So you either realize that they don't matter or you get yourself a good body. I would say get yourself a good body because there's no downside to being in good shape. Number one, where women are concerned, you will attract more. Number two, being in good shape just makes you healthier. So you should do it. Yeah, I think I've said what I want and what I need to say. If you like the video, comment and subscribe. I'd appreciate that very much. If you want me to help you become the guy that you're supposed to be, right? The man you were born to be, the man that you dream of being, the man that like when you go home at night and you lay down and you close your eyes and you go, all right, if only I could be this guy. How amazing would that be? If you want to be that guy, well, let's talk. There is a link in the description. We will speak about your situation, where you're at right now, and how to get you to where the hell you want to be. I've got an absolutely freaking fantastic track record with clients. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's neither here nor there. But with that, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Have yourselves a good day and goodbye.